Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Sadel parent meeting. If you were unable to make it last night or needed to see something again, I'm going to send out this video so you kind of know what's going on. Like I said, I love to communicate and make sure you guys know what's going on. And sometimes I over communicate, like I said, but we will get this information to you. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet. So we will share my screen here if I can. And get ourselves going. So this is 2022-23 State Girls basketball season. I'm really looking forward to this season. Glad to be back on the bench at Sadel and just feel we have a pretty good group of girls. The attitude's been great the first day in the open gym, so I think we can build on some things and show some improvement throughout the year. Again, my name's Stephen Glenn. This is my 20th year of coaching basketball. 4 years ago, I was at St. L for 3 years. Been other places like Grinnell, Van Meter, West Central Valley, Madrid, a few places like that. My assistant this year will be Coach Darian Garcia. She's a former player of mine. She's in her first year coaching. We're really glad to have her on board. Excited to get her started in her coaching career. And then Coach Caitlin Platts is in her second year, helping us out, and we're excited to have her as well. The three of us, well, they listen to me a lot. I send a lot of information out, bounce a lot of ideas off them. And we're trying to find our roles and make sure we all have some responsibilities at practices. But those are your three coaches for this season. First things first, I think we may have everybody done. I'm not exactly, I don't have the list in front of me. I will double check that and get information out to those that need it. But make sure you have the medical papers turned in. We do not have all of those yet. The girls need to fill those out. They have them. If they need a new copy, we can get you one. Actually, I'll send one out in this email with it. How about that? But that needs to be filled out. We need to keep that with us in case there's an emergency. Physical needs to be up to date. I believe as of now, we have all the physicals in. We do have some kids that, some players that will have physicals expiring during the year. Make sure you get those taken care of as well. Again, I will let you know who that is. Concussion forms, I believe we have all those now. Can't practice with either one of those two things here. But I think we're getting those taken care of. If you need those forms, just let me know as well. 4C expectations. I have very high expectations when it comes to these four things: character, communication, commitment, coachable. You guys can read those. But the 4Cs, pretty easy to remember. High expectations when it comes to this. How I perceive these high expectations. Make sure we have a great attitude and effort. I like to say play with pace, play with a positive attitude, be coachable, and have great effort. I mean, plus I like the pace of play. We like to play fast, try to play fast. We'll see how it works out. But so attitude and effort is huge. I also love this. Be fully involved, do your job, treat people right, give all out effort, have an all out attitude. So we take care of those things, the girls and everything, we should be in good shape. So look at the players' expectations. Everybody involved with the program needs to have these expectations or follow these expectations for players. Character, just be a good teammate. Communication, speak to the coaches, have good body language. Commitment, show up. We need you to be there on time, ready to go, and be coachable. Players, sometimes it's hard to take feedback. We need to take that in a positive way. Sometimes it's hard to get out of your comfort zone, but we really need them getting out of their comfort zone and really trying to challenge themselves, be better at basketball, and be better people. The coaches, we are going to follow these expectations as well. We're going to act appropriately, represent State basketball and all positively at all times. We're going to communicate with you, with the players, make sure everybody knows what's going on. We're all on the same page. We're all comfortable. Get information out in a timely fashion. Commitment, we're going to teach skills. We're committed. We're there every day teaching basketball and life skills. And then coachable, like I said last night, this has consumed my brain for the last few months, just trying to figure out what we're going to do to be successful. I'm always learning. I'm always checking things out, talking with other coaches, seeing what they do, getting practice film from other people, getting game film from other people. We're always going to be coachable as well. Parents, we have these expectations for you as well. We got my nice little booing crowd over here. Understandable, we're going to have some bad calls not go our way, but at the same time, we're going to get some calls that benefit us as well. So make sure we are taking the bad with the good. We're going to get some good, we're going to get some bad. But character, make sure you just let the coaches coach. Let us do our jobs. Like I said, it's consuming my life. I am thinking about this a lot, trying to do things a lot. I'm putting a lot of time into practice plans, putting a lot of research into videos, watching our game film from last year. I'm doing what we can to make the team better. Let the players play. You have advice for them. That's great. You've been coaching them for a while, but it might not be the exact thing we're trying to do as a program. And respect the officials. We have official shortage. Make sure you're always respecting those officials. You don't like the calls, I'm sorry. But like I said, we're going to get some good calls. We're going to get some bad calls. Promote the program positively, and make sure that you're just being a good representative of your daughter's efforts and respectful of the team and their commitment. Communication. Again, we got some steaming parents up here. Hopefully you're not mad at me too much this season. I'm mad at the coaches. We'll do our best we can to keep that from happening, but it's understandable if you do get upset with us. Communicate in a respectful and appropriate and understanding manner. Don't come after us after a game, after a tough loss, after a big loss. Just be respectful. Take 24 hours, think things over. You still want to meet, I will gladly meet with you. And we can go over what's making you so upset, and we can try and resolve that. And I can explain to you maybe what we're trying to do, and you can explain your side. But like I said, appropriate, understandable, respectful. Take care of your daughters, take care of your players, tell them you're proud of them, tell them you love to watch them play. Coaching them up is one thing. Again, maybe take 24 hours unless they're asking for coaching or asking for help. Give them that time. Studies have shown kids just want you to be the parents. They want you to be parents and be supportive of them. So, please do that for your players. Big one, your child's success or lack of success is not reflective on you as a parent. If your girl's not very good at basketball, your girl's not playing very often, it has nothing to do with you as a parent. What you and a parent is are they respectful? Are they a good teammate? Are they doing their best? They have a positive attitude. That is great. That is good parenting. That's reflective of what you have done with your player, not the actual playing time. And encourage your players to do the communicating. A lot of times parents will say, "Oh, so and so would be so mad at me if they knew I was here." Well, if they're going to be that mad, you shouldn't be there. Let them do the communicating. Come to us if they have issues. Commitment for parents. Be there. Please be at the games. We love to have you. Your daughters and your players love to have you in the crowd. I love to have you in the crowd. We need the support, encouragement. Be there for us, please. Be our biggest fan. Celebrate our effort. We might not always come out on top. It was kind of been a trend at St. L, which we're going to try and break. But we are trying. I promise you we are. So make sure you're getting out there and helping us out. Greet teams after the games, wait in the gyms for them, especially road games. Be there for us, wins and losses. Let us know you support us, and just be positive. And the big one down here, volunteer when needed. Find ways to serve the team, whether it's a team meal, running the scorebook, doing laundry, which we probably won't have to do, but providing snacks, working concession stands, officiating, driving. We ask a lot of the parents, and being a basketball parent is kind of what it is. And so far, so good. We've had a lot of volunteers at the concession stands and really taking care of us. So we thank you for that, and really appreciate all your help there. And the last one for parents is also to be coachable. Have a growth mindset. Are you coachable? Are you fixed in your thinking, or do you have an understanding? Maybe you can have an open mind, see what's going on. Learn the game and the rule. If you don't understand rules or calls, ask me, ask an official. They will gladly explain things to you. I'll explain things to you. Openly trying to understand what we are trying to do as a team, what our strategy is, what our playing rotation is. Like I said, we want to do well. We want all the kids to be happy. We want all you to be happy. And we want to be happy. We want to win games. We want to do the best we can. So we're trying out there to get the best thing we can do. We're not just throwing things at the wall and hope they stick. We are trying to figure out what's best for our team and what we can do to make it to be successful. So we're always trying. There's rhyme to our reason. A reason to our rhyme. I guess that should be. There's reason to a rhyme. So we're always thinking we have a plan. So, try and be open, understand that. If you don't understand that, ask us. Ask us what our plan is, what we're trying to do. Learn from mistakes. You get in trouble with the AD. You maybe get booted from a game. Come back the next time and be positive and learn from that mistake. And then have a positive growth mindset. Just so, like I said, learning everything we can learn. Then we'll go quickly through this one. Absence, leaving from events. Your player can leave with you after games. Just make sure you fill out the transportation form each time you leave. The coaching staff will have those. Fill them out. Take your player home with you. Excused, unexcused, vacations. You'll let us know when you're going to be gone. Let us know when the players are going to be gone. Excused, we talked about with the players, sick, funeral, anything that's out of your control. Unexcused, just not showing up. Excuse me, not showing up, or I have a birthday party to get to or something 2 hours after practice, something like that. They're expected to be there on time. Parents can sign out, get those transportation forms filled out. Important information on playing time and evaluation. Coaches are always evaluating. We're evaluating stretching. We're evaluating how the kids interact. We're evaluating how they practice, how they do the drills. Do they know the plays, etc. We're always evaluating and trying to see who the best players are, who the better players are. So we see a lot. We see everything at practice. We see everything outside of practice that we can. So we're always evaluating. Just always know that we're trying to get your player in the best situation that will help them and the team. So JVR, JV Reserve, I think we'll have enough players to have that game. If you suit on that roster, you will play in that game every single time, but playing time might necessarily be even. So some will play more than others, obviously. JV will try and keep that roster to maybe 10, a maximum of 12 people on that team. All the players will play again. Playing time might necessarily be even. Some players might only play 2 quarters because they're helping out varsity, or 2 quarters because they're helping out JVR. But if you're on that roster, you will get in. Varsity suits may rotate. I said last night, if you're at the meeting, I only like to suit, 10 to 12. I like having a small bench, a small rotation, unless we have even kids. We have a lot of kids that can play. We'll exploit that, and we'll use our depth if we have it. A lot of reasons why I don't like to suit very many. The biggest is, you go a long way to watch your player play, and if they don't get in, you're kind of upset about it. Also, I just like to, in blowout games, we'll get people in, things like that. But having a deep bench, it's kind of hard to get everybody playing time in those games. So I just like to keep my bench short. Like I said, if we have even players, we have depth, we'll utilize that for sure. I've had both situations where I've had a lot of depth, and I've had a situation where I haven't had very much depth. So, we'll do what we can with that. And if you are in the varsity bench, you may not play that night. Not just because you're shooting doesn't mean you're going to get in. Usually I'll post a dress list for that night prior to, so you know who's dressing that night, and then we can go from there. Playing time will be discussed with coaches. Like I said, we're always evaluating. We understand you want your player to play. Like I said last night, again, everybody wants the 4 best people and their player. And sometimes that's what it is. And sometimes, maybe coaches see things a little different than you do. So, we can explain what we see. You can explain what you see. We're not going to discuss other players unless there's something harmful going on with another player. I don't want to hear, well, my daughter's better than, or my player's better than this player, etc. We'll worry about what your player needs to do to get better. I'm always willing to meet. You want to set up a meeting and discuss some things, I'm more than happy to do that and tell you what's going on. And just because we do meet doesn't mean that's going to constitute more playing time. We might come to a resolution, we might not in those meetings. I like to give opportunities. There are opportunities at practice as well, but the players need to take advantage of those opportunities when they get them. Breakdown, we kind of talked about a little bit with the varsity and the JVR. You can kind of go through this for yourself if you have questions on it. Practice, I should have switched this before. I'm sorry. Kind of been stressed out about getting things prepared for practice time here, and didn't change this. But as of right now, this is null and void. We are not doing this right now. As of right now, everyone will practice at 3:15. School gets out at 2:45. Get dressed as soon as you can, players, and you'll have about 15-20 minutes to do your shooting skills. We don't get much shooting time during practice. We get some, but that extra 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you can get is very important to do that shooting. Okay. And that shooting will take place on Tuesdays and Fridays, maybe some other days as well. But it's not going to be 3 to 4. It's going to be about 2:45 to 3:15-ish or so. Make sure we're getting that stuff done. And actually, it will rotate throughout, and the girls will probably need to know we need to be there by at least 3:15 at the latest to get going. Some days we'll be in the weight room. This should say Monday and Wednesday. We'll be in the weight rooms a lot from 3 to 4. Thursdays, it should say, we have yoga. We're going to do yoga from 3 to 4 on Thursdays, and then we'll have the shooting and skill work on Tuesdays and Fridays. The shooting skill work and stuff may rotate here and there, but we always have something going on from 3 to 4. because I don't get out of school until 3:45, so I can get there at 4, and that's when we'll start kind of the meat and potatoes of practice. So disregard this. 3:15 right now. Players try and be dressed as quickly as you can after school. Sack lunches. Right now, we have these available. They're $4.50. It is not a one game at a time thing anymore. It's pay in full. I think we have 10 road games, possibly 11, because we're adding HLV to the schedule. But these are $4.50. I've also had some of you parents tell me that there's a church that maybe gives them out free. I'm going to look into that. If they are free, we'll probably go with that. Just you get free lunch. They said no thing is such thing as a free lunch. If we can get one, we'll take one. So, but if you need a form, you can get them from us. I will let you know about the free lunches if we can get those as well. I recommend the kids eat something if they want to bring their own. Parents provide snacks, things like that. I recommend kids eat because they have a lot of time between school and game and after game a lot of times. It's not all basketball with us. We like to do a lot of fun things. Media day. Okay, it's Friday. We'll have our team pictures. We'll have a hype video, everything like that. I'd love to have parents provide sandwiches. You could just provide the meat and the fixings and the bread. Kids can make their own sandwich. Please, if you're interested, get a hold of me so we can get this going on, because Friday's coming up pretty quickly. You can send the stuff with the kids, and Coach Platt says she can refrigerate it. You just want to bring it to yourself at like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock or something. That'd be great as well. But I'd love to have the kids eat. We are going to eat after the game, but they need to eat something between the game between the game and school time there. We will have a hype video. We had a poster coming on with Jeremy Lowe's been working hard on getting that going. We'll autograph that poster for you on an autograph night. We have youth night, coaches versus cancer night. Will be a lot of fun, raising money for cancer awareness. And we got a few surprises up our sleeve for that night. Fundraiser is due tomorrow. We've done a lot of fundraising. We were in the red a little bit, so we had to get even. And then now we're trying to build up some money to make sure we have enough in there to do team meals, to do fun activities, things like that. We do have team meals. I got some dates coming up. 2 dates have already been taken by some people, but we do have 4 scheduled. Love for you to help out. You can host those at the school. I'll get to that in a second when we get there. Fun practices like Turkey Olympics, reindeer games. I have a Christmas party at my house. More details of that. Team outings, Secret Sisters. We do a lot of fun things. We have a game at Wells Fargo at the end of the year as well. So a lot of fun things going on with St. L basketball. Important dates. Yesterday was the first day of practice. Make sure that if you didn't know that, I apologize. We had a lot of stuff going on before then. So hopefully your daughter or your player can get there. Media day is the 11th. We also have our scrimmage the 11th, 6:30 against Peyton Churdan. It's a varsity only scrimmage. We'll have a dress list probably posted Thursday. Not everyone will dress for that scrimmage. We'll probably dress 10 to 15 girls or so and get them some playing time in that scrimmage versus Peyton Churdan. We also have a service learning project with that where we're bringing in new books. We're going to donate new books to Blank Children's Hospital. So if the admission to that scrimmage is actually bring a book. So you want to get into that scrimmage. There's no cost except for a book. Bring a new book, and I'll have some more details on that as we go as well. We are not doing the Iowa-Drake game. Iowa's too big of a draw. We can't go to that one. Team meal on 11/16. It's a Thursday. All right. I don't think anyone's secured that one yet. If you want to do that one, please do. Our first game is the 17th against Grandview Christian. It's a Friday. It is now a home game. It is not at Grandview Christian. This game we're also not doing. I apologize. I should have edited this. This is on me big time. Kind of embarrassing, but we're not doing this game either. We will do a game later on in the year. Go to Iowa State Drake basketball, a women's basketball game, and then our next game is against Pleasantville. Team meals. This should say Thursday the 16th. Again, very embarrassing. I'm sorry. Thursday the 16th. And then the rest of these are okay. We do have someone on this date and someone on this date. We're looking for someone the 16th and then someone later in the year, which we can get to later. But this one coming up Thursday the 16th is only about a week and 2 days away. So if you can host something, that'd be great. If you want to have them to your house, please do. We can have that at the school. You can host it at a restaurant. Just let me know when and where you need us to be. You can tag team this with 4 or 5 parents if you want to, so the cost is lower and the effort's lower. But we just want the kids to come together and have some chances to bond outside of basketball. So we appreciate you guys doing that for us. We do have social media, Facebook, Twitter. Make sure you get on those. We do have a TikTok going. If you're a TikTok person, I'm too old for TikTok. We'll get that information out too as we go. Make sure you're on Remind. Text Sadel GB to 81010 and you'll get all those messages there. That'll be our main source of communication. I will send out some emails as well with larger chunks of information. That's all I have for you guys. If you have questions, please email me them. Right here, we have a QR code. I really want you parents to fill this out for me so I can get your thoughts, your expectations, and see where we are. If we have, we have some conflicts right away, maybe we need to work those out. I want you guys to have a great experience watching your players. I want to have a great experience interacting with you guys. So make sure you fill that out for me. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. It was a little bit longer than I thought. And sorry for all the mistakes in there. I will make all the corrections. I'll be sending out a Google Calendar to everyone's email that I have. Right here in this QR code, you can add emails to that email list to receive everything that I'm sending out. So once again, thank you. Go Eagles. Really excited for the season. And we'll talk to you guys later.